now we're getting into something. This is the stratosphere. This is Jardin du Mayfair.
I am currently with official Oscar in how do you pronounce it? Jardin?
So I've been practicing for about a year now, and it's Jardin du Mayfair.
Jardin du Mayfair. So you guys will probably
still butchered it for the real French out there, but I'm trying my best.
It's okay. It's okay. Not many French people probably watch it. Well, maybe, I don't know.
I hope so.
Hopefully, yeah. So this is the official watches headquarters. This is where Oscar does all of his videos.
Absolutely, this is the main hub of the channel.
Main hub of the channel, so feel very lucky to be here today. So basically I've just filmed with Oscar for the Official Watches YouTube channel, and you'll see here there's a tray of watches and a roll of watches here, and we've talked about some very, very special watches, so you have to go and watch the video on the Official Watches YouTube channel. But as well, I just have to show some of these watches that these guys have for sale, because some of them are actually out of this world, literally. They're ridiculous. So let me show you now, and hopefully Oscar can say maybe a few words about some of these as well.
Please, absolutely, yeah, no problems. Okay guys, so welcome here, Jardin du Mayfair. Me and Phil have just had a fantastic video together, so please do check that out on the Official Watches channel. He picked these, so great taste, and he picked them for reasons. We'll go through a few, but I'll just say he started with the out of this world, so let's get started with that. So we have the Daytona. It is the yellow gold with the meteorite dial. Beautiful, beautiful piece, and he hadn't seen one before, so that's why he chose that, and I thought it was a fantastic choice. Then he went straight to the moon
Yeah.
with the RM35 Ultimate Edition. So this is only 35 pieces, limited edition. It was the last of the RM35, so not to be confused with the Baby Nadal. This is crazy. The weight of the watch is like a 50p piece, so the movement alone weighs 4.3 grams, and it's £400,000. So yeah, it's a really, really serious piece. But every time I pick it up, even though I get to spend so much time with it, every time I pick it up I say, wow, like it's so light. You also picked the Batman because that's where it all started for you. So this was the first watch that you felt that you really loved and enjoyed. So I'm so happy to be able to show that to you.
Yep.
And then you went crazy again, and you went for the new day date with the fluted bezel. So this is very, very special. It's platinum and it has a fluted bezel. So the fluted bezel just came out. I believe we're one of the first people to have it. I certainly haven't seen it anywhere else. And then where did you go next? Oh, you went to... Yes. Okay, so now we're getting into something. This is the Royal Oak open worked perpetual calendar, skeletonized, I mean you name it, and it's black ceramic. So yeah,
beautiful.
Man, what a cool piece.
And
then lastly you picked this, which was actually a really good shout. So this is for your wrist. It's perfect size for you, and it's the 37mm Royal Oak. It's the 50th anniversary, and it's got the diamonds on the bezel with that really muted green dial, so it's not too over the top, and a nice classy green. Okay.
Yes.
And then we have, oh, shall we show?
Yes.
So I actually, on Phil's channel, I said that this was my grail, and I stand by it. This will always be my grail watch. This is the 5650 Advanced Research, and once again, I do believe we are the only people with this watch.
Yeah.
So I do have to stress to guys that these aren't all kept on site at the same time.
Yeah.
But I have to say that this is, for me, officially Oscar, this is my grail. It always will be. Nothing, I don't think anything will ever knock it off, but hey, this is watches, it could do.
And so, like Oscar said, I picked out these watches, right? And I thought, yeah, black ceramic, AP, perpetual, calendar, you can't really top it. The platinum, Rolex, day date, amazing. And then he was like, I've got a watch roll here with 3 more watches, and I'm like, what could possibly be better, or you know, just as good as what I've just seen? And
so how do you stump the great Phil Reed is what I came up with this morning. I woke up and I thought, how am I going to get him? How am I going to get him with 3 watches that he's never seen before?
He got me. Go on.
Got him. Right, here we go. So this is the stratosphere. This is Jardin du Mayfair Official Watches. We have the most rare and beautiful pieces in the world. So let's start up with this. We have the Rainbow Daytona. It's the yellow gold, which is the OG. That's the original. Guys, if you want to find out more about that, if you don't mind, Phil, I'll mention that my first video was actually on both Rainbow Daytonas. So I had the rose and I had the yellow. So check that out, guys. That's doing really well, that video, and for good reason, because it's just so interesting to hear about, you know, maybe they're not everyone's cup of tea, but the gemologists and gem setters that work together on these pieces, that's the kind of thing that actually is fascinating to hear about, because Rolex really knocked it out the park and they started it all. Next up we have the Rose GMT Master Saru. So me and Phil were laughing about this because on the bezel you actually can't see the third time zone, and we found that very funny to think that, you know, there's a pilot out there that just doesn't even care where he's going. He's just living the dream in his Saru, you know. It's such a cool piece. I don't get to see many Sarus myself, so I put that one in there because I wanted to show it. And then last but certainly not least, this is the Royal Oak Frosted Openworks Rainbow. I mean, it's got a lot of names, but look at this thing. Absolutely jaw dropper. This piece, do you know what it's the perfect type of watch? Is the watch that you'll never even look at the time on. So I should assume people aren't even setting them. You could just stare at it for hours.
Well, there you have it. You'll know why I've got such a big smile on my face now, is because it's not every day that you get to see these kinds of watches. I think the last time I felt this giddy and excited was when I was in Dubai with Luxury Souk, and I'm trying to rack my brain, and there might be some watches here that even they didn't have, which is crazy to think. Certainly in the UK, in London, I don't think you can go anywhere that has better watches and better company than this man right here. So I've got to say thank you for that. You guys have to go watch the video on the Official Watches channel, because it's way more in depth than this. This is just a quick run through, but we had a really, really good chat. And also go watch all the other videos that Oscar's done, because they're fascinating. So
thank you.
I've got to say thank you. But for now, guys, we will be leaving Jardin du Mayfair, and I'll see you soon. People often ask me, like, what's next for you? What is next for Watch Life, the business? You know, where do you see yourself in 5 or 10 years time? And, you know, it really gets me thinking, like, going to see places like Official Watches in Mayfair and speaking to people like Oscar and meeting all the people that work there, it really does get me thinking, like, damn, like, things could be amazing. Like, the watches that I could have to offer to you guys as part of my business, even just me to see them and, like, hold those watches, like, it would be incredible to be there in 5-10 years time. I've never really considered opening a store like that. It's not, I don't see it as something that's like close to being achieved, because I feel like if I was to do it, I wouldn't want to have a cabinet with 5 or 10 watches, you know, whereas I go there or another really big dealer in the UK and there's like 100 watches, right? I think he said that they had 300 watches that were there available to buy, or not there at one time, but they had that many watches. So yeah, I don't know. What I do know is if I consistently work hard every single year, and you know guys, I've only been doing this for over a year now, but if I can do this consistently, work hard, offer you guys the watches that you want, and with your support as well through like Instagram and YouTube, I feel like there's no reason why I couldn't get there. So I want to say thank you, I guess, for the support so far, but also yeah, I just hope that you guys can watch the journey that I go on, and hopefully I can create something as big as what they have someday. So hope you enjoyed the video though. It was really, really cool. It was so good to see those watches. But yeah, hope you liked. Please like this video, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you very soon. Bye bye.